Kaneko Misuzu is a famous poet from Northern Yamaguchi, and her most famous poem is an early example of individualism, and it doesn't seem to be on YouTube, so I thought I'd record it. Here's my translation. Me, a small bird and a bell. Even if I stretch out both my arms, I can't fly, not one flap in the sky, but the little bird that can fly so well can't run on the ground fast like I. Even if I shake my body about, I won't make a beautiful sound, but the bell that can ring so beautifully doesn't know lots of songs like I. The bell, the bird, and me, all different, all good. It's a very simple poem. It sounds better in Japanese, and it's more interesting when you know her life. Her dad died when she was young. Her mum remarried, and she was sent off to foster home. No, sorry, her mother was, before she remarried, Misuzu was sent off to a foster home. And when her mother remarried, she was brought back to her mother's home and with her new husband, but she was still treated as though she was a foster child, apparently. And when she left home, she went to work for a bookshop, or she ran a bookshop in Shimonoseki, and she wrote poems, about 600 poems, of which only 50 were published in her lifetime, mainly for children. And she got married, and this is where it gets really tragic. The guy she was married to, just as an ordinary Japanese guy, wasn't at all interested in poetry and just wanted her to be a housewife and give up writing poems and stop going to these poetry meetings and stuff. And the guy started having affairs. Eventually he gave her a sexually transmitted disease, so she divorced him. And she thought she was going to keep custody of her children, because it was the guy's fault, she thought. And but in fact she wasn't. The custody was awarded to the guy. Maybe the judge thought, poems, no good, should have washed the dishes. And so she committed suicide at her treatment. So then the poem, which is sort of, everyone's different, everyone's good, was probably from the heart, as it were. I'll read it once more. Me, a small bird and a bell. Even if I stretch out both my arms, I can't flap, I can't fly, not one flap in the sky, but the bell that can fly so well, can't run on the ground fast like I. Even if I shake my body about, I won't make a beautiful sound, but the bell that can ring so beautifully doesn't know lots of songs like me. The bell, the small bird, and me, all different, all good. Poor old Miss Suzu.